And welcome everybody into another fantastic fantasy morning.
I don't know how fantastic it is.
Jeremy doesn't really know where he is.
Yeah, let's get on with this shit. I got a serious case of the Draves. It's not going my way. Sunglasses are on. They ain't coming off.
Did you guys adult Halloween last night?
We did. And I woke up this morning praying to gods I don't believe in. Let's go.
Welcome in to week 8 of the Fantasy Football Show. It is, once again, time to make you some money. I've already started the morning by shocking the two of them by saying smart things.
Yeah,
so
he said something smart, and I went, were you sent here by the government? Because I don't believe that you weren't.
So Jeremy and, of course, David Smith of Armchair Commentary here to make you all the monies today in your DFS season long. Get your questions into the chat here, and we will get to each and every one of them before the end of our little 2-hour sesh this morning.
And there was the dumb shit.
What?
Sesh. Jesus Christ. By the way, I have to get this story out because this is uncensored.
Mm-hmm.
I am 97% sure Buffalo Bill drove us to a Halloween party last night.
Oh, wait.
Yep, receding hairline. And really wanted to tell Jeremy about the Halloween costumes that she had worn over the last few years. I said what I said. You do with that what you wanted to.
I'd fuck me so hard.
That's all I could do. The entire time from my house to the social, the only thing I could do was,
would you fuck me? I'd fuck me so hard.
Right.
Oh,
we're off
the rails early, ladies and gentlemen. Off the rails early.
We have been doing this since I walked in this room this morning. Because that was the first story I told him, and since then he has done nothing but recite Buffalo Bill lines. And he went to get me a monster so I didn't die.
I did. We got close to time, and I was like, oh, I don't have one of my energy drinks. And he goes, well, there's a gas station right down the street.
Yep. And you could go get me one, because I think legally I've already challenged the authority of the law as much as I'm going to today.
All right, week 8. Who is the play of the week?
Nico Collins.
Nico Collins, okay.
I'm really heavy on C.J. Stroud, and I'm really heavy on Nico Collins.
I will be honest with you. The C.J. Stroud, the first quarterback that I put into my lineups this week. And
he's dead.
But I'm on the Tank Dell side of this. Why are you on Nico?
Well, Nico's been the more consistent of the two. Tank Dell's coming off an injury.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no real rhyme or reason. Carolina sucks down the line. It doesn't really matter which one you pick on. I just have a funny feeling that Dante Jackson's about to get drugged down the sidewalk because that's what he does.
Yeah. Okay. And there's no Robert Woods either, which makes me like both of them.
So good. So good.
Did you realize how many targets Robert Woods has had
Hill's
this year?
the one that plays in the slot. Don't play Tank Dell. That's the only corner they have.
Okay.
Troy Hill plays in the slot.
So Tank's getting the worst of the matchup.
Yep. Dante Jackson, A+ matchup.
Yep.
C.J. Henderson, A++ matchup.
All right, David Smith, Armchair Commentary. Who are you planting your flag on?
You guys sound like me playing Nico Collins. Jesus, really going to the well. It's Breece Hall. It's Breece Hall for me. Breece Hall again, and if I could play him twice, I would.
I needed somebody else to say that because I've been called the Jets homer enough for the weekend.
Yeah, I know. The Giants are bad, and Tyrod is better than Daniel Jones he gives you a more consistent game than Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones is a little more athletic and can do he can be a little bit different, but Tyrod is going to give you exactly what he's going to give you, and he'll keep you in it. But that Jet defense is good. They've had time to prepare for this week. I don't think they're going to roll over easy. It's Breece Hall. He's the first person I put in lineups. Also, we'll talk about it in a bit, but Lamar Jackson, no, we're not going Lamb Jack.
I don't think you have to.
You don't, but got it.
He's so expensive, and we should get this out of the way.
Who's not? Zay Flowers.
He is not. we should get this out of the way off the jump.
Yep.
We're avoiding everything Kansas City, Denver, because it's going to be a Cypookus, boys and girls.
Is it?
6 to 14 inches of snow.
Holy shit.
The high is 29.
Wow.
The low is 13.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Now,
Isaiah
I
Pacheco.
will say this. Every single time we have a snow game, I have to say this.
Mm-hmm.
The snow does not affect the passing game as much as the wind.
Yes.
Problem in this game is that you have both, which is why I am. If it is a pass catcher, if it is a quarter, I benched Pat Mahomes in a season-long league.
Really?
Now I have Tua Tagovailoa on my bench, so that's a little biased.
Okay.
I'm not telling you to sit him for Tyrod Taylor, but
right. Should I go get Tyson Bagent and play him?
Speaking of Tyson, Francis Ngannou got absolutely robbed last night.
Did he?
Yes. Yes, he did.
He did. He beat Tyson Fury.
Really?
Period.
Criminals.
They called it a split decision. You know what that means? One of those judges has an IQ above salad dressing, and the other two, they don't. And they might be bought and paid for. It was criminal that he didn't win that fight.
Wow.
I watched it. Now, just understand, I watched the fight super intoxicated last night.
Mm-hmm.
So I may have not seen that exactly how I had already been told he got robbed, so I watched it.
Right.
Although AC seems to be agreeing with me.
He was robbed. It was filthy. How do you knock someone? How do you get a knockdown and not still get the decision? It would have to be lopsided.
The only
the
knockdown.
other way. Yeah.
The only one that came off their feet was Tyson Fury.
Mm-hmm.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense.
All right, let's get into the fantasy questions here. Eric Miller. He's got an Isaiah Pacheco question because he's one that you should be getting into your lineup, I feel like.
No doubt.
Isaiah Pacheco, Calvin Ridley, or Josh Palmer?
Yep.
For the flex in the yearly.
I'll go Pacheco in that one, but all three have their merits today.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not as high on Ridley, but I am on Pacheco and Palmer. I think Kirk is the guy today.
Here's a question about what weeks are the playoffs in the Eliminator Challenge?
Say it again.
What weeks are the playoff weeks in the Eliminator?
It's a season long.
Oh, it's
there are no playoffs.
Okay, all right. Will Bijan Robinson have more than one carry today?
Yes, and I think it's a lot. I actually like Bijan a lot today.
Really? It's hard to trust.
No, it's the Jeremy theory. Do you need to remember this one?
Yep.
When someone lays a grumper, everybody disappears from them.
And they go into never again status.
So he's going to take his, what do you have, 0.3 points last week?
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. And he's gonna go and have himself a day.
Tennessee. The problem that I have with him is I can't figure out how I'm going to play him ahead of Pacheco, ahead of Breece Hall, and ahead of another guy that I like. Just a whole damn mess today, and that's Alvin Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love me some Kamara today.
I don't know how I'm going to play him ahead of them.
Is Pierce a must start today against the Carolina Panthers?
He's a good start today.
He is a good start today.
He's a real good start today. I hope, because I'm starting him.
I like everything Houston against Carolina. I'm not buying that anything has changed with that team.
Carolina?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only buying it to a certain point because I'm playing a whole shitload of Texans today.
Mm-hmm.
I have shares of C.J. Stroud, Damian Pierce, Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and Dalton Schultz.
All right, Justin Parton wants to know,
if Dallas Goedert wasn't so unbelievably cheap today, I would be playing far more Dalton Schultz than I am. Dave asked me before the show, who's the tight end today?
Yep.
I hadn't looked with any real depth.
Mm-hmm.
It's Dallas Goedert, and it's not really all that close.
Okay.
Because he should be many thousands of dollars, and he is $4,800. And that
46.
$4,600. And that is stupid.
Justin Parton wants to know Tua against the Patriots,
Yes.
or do you go Herbert against the Bears?
Yes.
It's yes.
I don't know that there's a losing philosophy there. I would play Tua. I don't know that I would, actually. Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
The Patriots suck.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, I would be on the Tua side there, but it's close.
Hey, let's go Buffalo, right?
Let's go Buffalo.
No matter what happens, still have a Mike Gesicki touchdown to beat Buffalo. Circle them wagons, you dicks.
Yes.
Look, I have very little to be excited about this season.
Hey.
Give me what I got.
Exactly.
I don't. It's okay. So hear me out on the Dolphins for a second. Indulge me for a quick second. The Dolphins should win this game. I don't doubt that.
Mm-hmm.
Mostert is questionable. Hill is questionable. If both those guys go, then it is no doubt. I mean, they played a close game last time. If Hill doesn't go and Mostert doesn't go, I think it's a lot closer than you want it to be, and I don't know if it's a big points game. I think the Dolphins just own the ball and win. I don't think it's going to be like a barn burner by any stretch, but I think that it's not as fantasy fruitful as you would want it to be if those two guys don't go. If those two guys go, hammer.
Yeah.
Absolute hammer.
Yeah. Ring for Stephen Tao. He said, calm down, Farva.
No.
That's points.
No.
That's points.
Dave, you are a little low in your shot, by the way.
Oh, God damn it. I'll sit up.
There we go.
What are you, a cop?
What are you, a cop?
Although with that mustache, you do look. I'm wearing the cop sunglasses, and you have the cop mustache.
Alex S. wants us to pick. He's going to play 2. Damian Pierce, Scary Terry, Devontae Adams, and Chris Olave.
Olave.
Yeah.
Damian Pierce. I don't love anything Raiders this week.
Yeah.
Although you can't bench Devontae. So I'll go. You know what? I changed my mind. Devontae Adams and Olave. I love Chris Olave this week.
I like Chris Olave a lot. I'm going to agree. Terry, I feel like he's going to have a. What's going to happen there? I don't know. I can't figure it out.
In the Washington game?
Terry. Yeah, with Scary Terry. They've had times where they've looked real good and other times where they've looked real bad. So I think I would stick with Pierce and Adams. Olave and Adams.
I think you probably have an average game.
Yeah.
And I would expect I'm not going to bench Devontae Adams ever.
Oh, I don't know about that, but
I don't know that he's still in the I'll never do it territory.
Really? I just feel like the high side is there. Jimmy G coming back. They're going to have to throw the ball to win that game.
Woo.
I couldn't do it. Of course, I couldn't have drafted him because he's with the Raiders. Danny Fins fan says pick 1 for the flex. Deontay Johnson, who's not going to play, is he?
Yeah, he's back.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought he got hurt again. Roshan Johnson, who is back. Deontay Foreman or Jaylen Warren?
Oh, say all of those again.
Deontay Johnson or Jaylen Warren or Roshan Johnson or Deontay Foreman. So you got 2 Bears and 2 Steelers to pick from.
How many do I need here?
You need to just 1 in the flex.
Deontay Johnson. I think the Bears guys are going to cannibalize each other.
They 100% are. I think everybody will, or some will want to lean on Foreman after last week, and that'll be a mistake with Roshan coming back. Do you agree it's Deontay?
Yeah, I think so.
Full PPR from Juan Polito. Which three do I use? Pacheco, Kamara, Breece Hall, or Jonathan Taylor, Ramondre Stevenson?
Which three?
Yeah.
The first three.
So
Pacheco, Kamara, Breece Hall.
There you go.
And I don't know that it's all that close.
It's really not.
Yeah,
really
considering
not.
the weather issue in that Denver-Kansas City game. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Pacheco a lot.
I'm your huckleberry.
First one of those of the day from Gage Camplin. He asked underrated players for DFS. I'm going to let you two answer this because I have one that I'm playing in every fucking lineup. Every single one of them has this guy because he is super cheap and he plays for a team of that one of us is a fan of.
Okay.
Obviously can't be your team.
Yeah, no, it can't
you
be my
played
team.
on Thursday.
Right.
It's Jeremy's team.
It is not my team.
Ooh.
It is
my
your
team.
team.
Kendrick Bourne.
It's Mike Gesicki.
No.
Neither one of you are right so far.
Oh,
Ramondre?
the other dude. The
Demario
Douglas, yeah.
He is
Ooh,
30.
Pop.
He is 3,400. He avoids Jalen Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
He avoids Xavier Howard.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have to throw. They're going to have to throw because they are going to be behind. And he is 3,400 on DraftKings.
33.
Is it 33? God, I've missed
It's 33.
I've missed every price I've said today.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to see in
Interesting.
sunglasses.
All right, so Demario Douglas.
Demario Douglas allows me to play every dude I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Everybody.
This is the first week that I'm playing the same lineup in the Eliminator that I'm playing in the Battle for the Belt, and I'm playing it all the way down the line.
Yep.
And I will get to see none of it because I'm going to a Thanksgiving today, and then I'm going to come home and die.
May not make it to Thanksgiving.
This Sunday night game? Yeah, this could be they could forecast the end of the world in this game. I'll find out when I wake up.
Not good, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Jeremy's had himself a time.
Yep.
My wife was Catwoman last night.
Who's-
You can just assume how I'm Elemento deceased.
Rare.
Please
Armchair,
God, somebody cut that because I'm going to use that for horrible purposes.
Armchair, who is your underrated player of the day?
Underrated today. Let's take a look at what I've actually got because I've been trying to find guys that no one is going to be playing. There's a lot of
Tommy Tremble.
no.
Out.
It might be Josh Downs, to be honest with you.
He's going to be so owned.
You think so? 'Cause I don't.
Absolutely.
He's not on the
10%
list.
minimum. After how good he was last week?
Yeah. He's not on the list. PFF has Breece Hall, Zay, Jordan Addison, Pacheco, Pickens, Dell, Kamara, Mixon, McBride, Pollard, Chase, Jackson, Hill, and then a bunch of defenses before it gets anywhere near. Josh Downs they have him listed at 10. You think it's going to be more?
I do.
I don't think he's going to be that bad. I think it's going to be there. I think you have to go for it. I like Garrett Wilson a lot today too.
I do, and I'll tell you why I do. People will get freaked out by the Kansas City guys. So they have Rashee Rice at 8%. They have Travis Kelce at 7.5%. I don't think either one of those is going to be that high.
I like Garrett Wilson. We'll go Garrett Wilson this time. I'll have to say all the Jets today so Jeremy doesn't get it. I don't mind. God, there was a running back. There's a couple. If you're looking for like a sneaky running back play, DeMarcado may be in line.
Amari DeMarcado?
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a good dish. I used to get that at Iannucci's all the time. Amari DeMarcado. Put a little Parmesan on that shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My God.
He's going to get the backfield. He's going to be their one. He will split it. And Baltimore's good.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll get the opportunity, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you need a cheap guy to plug in, that's where I would go.
Let's see here. Back to the questions. Stephen Tao said he was thinking about a Zach Wilson lineup today. I heard somebody else say that.
Buddy. Already did it.
Well, I'm here to tell you that you're probably going to find out as you go out there that you're not going to amount to jack squat.
Don't play Zach Wilson. Just trust me, okay? In this life, I know but only a few things. The New York Jets are one of them. Do not play Zach Wilson today. I cannot encourage you against that strongly enough.
But why?
It's already done.
Because he's Zach Wilson. Is that a good enough explanation?
Well, I mean, you kept saying this. He needs to be good enough, and he can be good enough. Is it not good enough for a fantasy day?
It's gonna rain, and he's Zach Wilson
against a terrible Giants team.
I don't care if they were playing the Little Giants from that god awful fucking movie.
Hey, you take that back.
I'm still not playing Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson in the rain, I will pass. Breece Hall, I will not pass. I will take all of that I can possibly get.
That was some of Ed O'Neill's finest work, by the way. You take that back.
It was better than Married with Children, which is the most overrated show in the history of time.
What is wrong with
that show is so stupid.
What's wrong with him is he is hung over as shit, which means he is like double the amount of grouchy.
He's just saying crazy stuff.
Double the asshole, double the fun.
I don't even kind of get it.
And by the way, I'm not hungover. Can't be hungover until you stop being actively drunk.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Stephen Tao also chiming in with Taylor Swift ain't going to be there today, so you can bench Kelsey. And he says Ngannou did not get robbed.
Disagree.
Look at the strikes thrown and the percentage landed.
I got all that. I saw the stats, which is how they're going to justify that decision. But I do not agree.
DC Justice has to bench 2 of these. Jahmyr Gibbs, Saquon Barkley, Breece Hall.
Saquon is the easiest one.
Easy. Bench. Yeah. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Zay Flowers, Scary Terry, Nico Collins.
Oh.
So I would go Barkley.
I would go Barkley.
And McLaurin?
That was the one I wanted to say. It sure as hell ain't going to be Gibbs. It sure as hell ain't going to be Hall. It sure as hell ain't going to be Nico Collins. So
or now Flowers or Amon-Ra.
I could understand Flowers. Getting to Flowers.
You're off of Flowers?
It's not that I'm off of him. I just understand. I mean, in terms of talent and opportunity, one of these things is not like the others. One of these things doesn't belong. So if you abide by the never bench your studs, then it's Zay Flowers. But I like his matchup today, and I think he is a stud, just waiting for a day to break out. And today could be that day.
Yep.
He was headed that way last week, and then Mark Andrews went, give me all the touchdowns. He went hungry hippos on touchdowns.
Fuck your couch. Eddie Murphy, get a new couch.
Buy another one, you rich motherfucker. Sorry. It's the greatest piece of comedy that's ever been done. This is also a great time to say, yeah. Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person?
Craig Frizzell, Ramondre Stevenson, or Kareem Hunt today?
Oh, God. God, that just gave me heartburn to think about.
Ramondre.
It's Ramondre.
Yeah.
I have a funny feeling the Browns are going to see the most loaded set of boxes that you will ever see in your life. Oh, by the way, did anybody see the ultimate troll job that I chucked out there to a guy that shot his suck hole off at me? You coming to King, motherfucker, you best not miss. And he missed hard. Hard.
Calling you stupid over Oklahoma.
Yeah. And then what happened?
And then
you lost to a fictitious bird, you fucking asshole. How about that? And that sucked. Like hey, I went full Kirk Cousins. You like that? Yeah. Shut the fuck up. How about that?
Taylor M wants to know, how do we feel about DJ Moore today?
I like him a lot. Obviously, he's not in the main slate, so I can't get to him on DraftKings. But if you got him in season long, he's just a hell of a play.
Okay. Is Trevor playing? Trevor Lawrence?
I'm assuming you're talking about Trevor Lawrence and everything
He's
I've heard.
on track to play.
That is for Trevor Lawrence. Well, let's see here.
He's on track to play.
By the way, do you realize how few of these games are not going to be in the rain? If I was ever going to choose a week that I'm going to have to go back and watch the tape, I am so glad it was this week.
Mm-hmm. Concerns about the knee. They've been taking it easy with him all week. There's not much question that he's going to play, according to what I'm reading. So
he's going to have a brace, so he's not going to run a bunch.
Yeah. So, but you can still fire him out there.
Giddy up.
Giddy up.
Let's ride.
Let's see here. Jekyll says he's been a little higher on Singletary this week, as he's been getting more involved, and the staff seems really high on him.
They are high on him.
So, I mean, last week that was a dead split between him and Dameon Pierce in the Houston backfield. So, I don't know. I mean, Dameon has been coming back from an injury, so maybe that's had some effect there. I have a hard time believing that is going to continue. At some point, Dameon's going to break out of whatever slump he's in. I still have faith in that kid.
Well, Tank, and I mean this with the most sincerity, and doesn't really matter what you fucking think.
Mm-hmm.
Matters what D'Amico Ryans thinks,
Mm-hmm.
and it is super obvious that he does not believe in Dameon Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Devin Singletary has outsnapped him more than once. It's not going to change.
Yeah. Okay.
What you just said is a trap that people fall into all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Of you think Dameon Pierce is more talented, and I agree with you, and I'm sure Armchair probably agrees with you.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is they don't really give a fuck what we think, and they don't ask us. So you see, I mean, over the course of this is the first 6 weeks of the season, Devin Singletary went from 16 snaps and 21% of the snaps to 34 snaps and 50. That's 54%. He did that and literally went up every single week outside of weeks 4 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
So he's obviously going to be a factor. And Dameon Pierce's workload has gone like this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I understand what he's saying. I'm not playing Devin Singletary. I don't see a path that I could ever get there. But it's something to acknowledge with Dameon Pierce and with the Texans all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. John Curtis, full PPR. He needs one running back and one flex out of Ramondre Stevenson, Javonte Williams, Joe Mixon, Tank Dell, Scary Terry, Michael Pittman. The running back in that scenario should be Joe Mixon. Mixon, Ramondre, Javonte. You'd go Mixon?
I would go Mixon, yes.
And then the flex. Pittman, McLaurin, Tank Dell.
It's hard for me to bench Pittman because he's been so freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would go Pittman.
I think you have to.
I think I would go Pittman.
Yep. We're all in agreement on that one.
Yeah.
Chris Olave.
I was trying to figure out where the hell that question was.
You guys have already said you really like Chris Olave today.
100%.
Yes.
Bill Booty Cheeks says, is he still being yelled at?
I don't believe so.
And is he still driving like Bobby Brown?
Oh, that's a good for you. I love obscure references.
Way to go, Bill. Way
There's
to go.
nothing better than a good obscure reference.
Yep. Let's It's the best win I've seen by the by the Patriots since the Buffalo Bills. So good job for you guys. Chris Olave, though, you think he gets all the play today from Derek Carr?
He could be fine. Yes. I like Kamara a lot.
If I'm playing a Saint
I do
DFS,
love
it's Kamara.
Yeah. Jekyll says, be careful on Kittle this week.
Yes.
So he's expected to be used on the blocking side more with the O-line injuries that are going on. That's been the trend for the last, 3-4 weeks?
Mm-hmm. He's touchdown dependent. That's just that's where he's at with how he's used in that offense.
DK Metcalf a flex for today. Satisfied Browns fan needs an unbiased view of the game.
I hate every element of that game.
As do I.
For fantasy football.
As do I.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm looking at the schedule right now. Okay. So let me tell you the games that I can immediately tell you I have no one from. And there might be one exception. And if there is, I will tell it to you as I say the game.
Mm-hmm.
I have absolutely no one from Kansas City, Denver, except Isaiah Pacheco. Because it's going to snow like a motherfucker. And the wind is blowing and it's cold. I'm good. Weather's not a problem in Cleveland, Seattle. I don't trust anybody in that game because I like both defenses. But I don't like either defense enough to play them in DraftKings.
Mm-hmm.
I have absolutely no one from Jacksonville, Pittsburgh, because it is probably going to rain. If that was a blue sky day, that would be a game I'd have pieces of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I have no one from the Battle of New York outside of Breece Hall because that one is going to rain, and it's probably going to rain quite hard. And then I don't really have anybody in Minnesota Green Bay because that is going to be a Lambeau-y type of day.
Mm-hmm. Minnesota defense. DFS, they're cheap.
I'm good. The defense is still not good.
Really, against Jordan Love?
No. And by the way, it blows my mind how many people watch Jordan Love and you see what you want to see.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not getting it with him at this point, I don't really know what to do for you.
But
the receivers and the offensive line and blah, 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 blah. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand everything you just said. None of that changes what he's seeing and what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I spent way more of my yesterday than I wanted to answering people going, you can't judge a guy after 6 games. 100% I can.
Did you mention Falcons-Titans in that?
I did not.
Do you have pieces of that game?
Bijan.
Oh, okay.
That's the only one I have any interest in.
Okay. Because I don't think I've made a lineup with anybody from that game.
Falcons defense is
except
real
for the Falcons
common.
defense, yeah. The Falcons defense was the only one that I looked at and went, yeah, maybe that's the one.
Maybe I were to do that.
I mean, against Malik Willis and Will Levis.
Now here's my question: how many times do we see Will Levis's girlfriend today?
6 billion.
Be better than anything on that field.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Gross. It's an awful game.
Horror awful.
Let's see here. Full PPR flex position. Pick one. Kareem Hunt, Rashee Rice, Christian Watson. I'd go Rice there.
Yeah, I would too.
Despite the weather.
New hand dealt. That's a new name. Welcome in. We're like an AA meeting for sports.
Howdy.
And after last night, there's nothing in this life that I need more than an AA meeting. Because I drank it all.
Goff or Trevor?
Goff. That's a game we haven't talked about that I do want pieces of. I just don't know who they are. Cooper Kupp is almost impossible for me to not play. Problem is in DraftKings there's so many other players that I want that I can't afford him. Because he's $9,000 friggin' dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it work.
Yeah, but I have to give up something that I don't want to.
Maybe. We'll see. Let me work some magic. Let me play around.
Stephen Tao says he has dropped his Zach Wilson lineup he dropped his Zach Wilson lineup into the eliminator. So let's see how that's going to go. May the odds be ever in your favor. Domo Arigato.
That's a new name.
Mr. Roboto says he was just offered Breece Hall and Christian Watson for Derrick Henry, Darrell Henderson, and George Pickens.
Yeah, do it.
Said he currently has Waddle, Cup, and Ridley as his wide receivers.
Jesus Christ.
Along with Kamara and Monty.
Just shut up and take his money.
Just shut
Domo,
up and take it.
do you draft with children, or are you quite possibly the Ozzie Newsome of fantasy football? Because that trade is absurd.
Yeah, it really is.
And your receivers are absurd.
Mm-hmm. Is this an 8-man league?
Probably. No, it's probably not. We've discovered that people that watch this show come in and they're like, I was drafting with all the wives of everyone that don't watch football, and this is my lineup.
I want in one of those leagues. Like, give me a league with all.
You know what the problem is, Jeremy, is that Brianna plays fantasy football and she plays well. She won the league last year, so it's not like I can sit here and be like, oh yeah, I won it. No, every time I play with my spouse, I'm going to get burned. I have to actually compete.
See, a lot of my leagues got tired of not only losing to me, but then just the outrageous amount of shit that I would talk.
Yeah.
You know, did you ever watch The League?
Yes.
So they had a message board where they would post videos, and everybody always asked, who has a league like that? Well, nobody else in my leagues does that, but I do. Because I have this little camera right here, and I talk so much.
All right, Matt Stafford line. Matt Stafford at QB, Breece Hall, Alvin Kamara, Nico Collins, Pop Douglas, Cooper Kupp, Ferguson at tight end, Pacheco in your flex, and the Vikings defense. You can flex up your defense if you wanted to play somebody else, but I would just stick with the Vikings. You have $200 left, so not worth it.
Yeah, see, the problem there is that takes me away from Goddard, which I don't want to do. I love Dallas Goedert today. Right now, I've got Jamar Chase, and I would need $900. So I'm either going to have to sacrifice the Falcons, which I don't want to do, or I would have to sacrifice Dallas Goedert, which I don't want to do.
Tammy says she's losing confidence in Devontae Smith. Should she keep him in or replace him with Drake London or Josh Palmer?
Keep him in.
I would.
You love Josh Palmer. This is the problem.
I do. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can get up for this.
Keep him.
Josh Palmer season, baby. I actually would bench it for Josh Palmer.
Really?
Yes. Well, here's the thing. Philadelphia doesn't have to score. I've already told you I love A.J. Brown. I've already told you I love Dallas Goedert.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hate one of them, and Devontae Smith is the one that I hate.
Okay.
I have Devontae Smith in the 20s this week among receivers.
Just because of all of the attention that that he'll be getting? I don't know.
No, it's not that. It's think of the game script here. You got a team that is horrific in the slot. They're horrific against number one receivers. They're horrific against tight ends. So how many targets do you think the third target there is going to get?
Mm-hmm.
And I could be completely wrong. Josh Palmer's contending with Keenan Allen and me. And they're going to have to score because that is going to be way closer than you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your huckleberry.
Stone Sports Podcast. He's me in 2 hours. He has a hangover that only money can cure.
Oh.
Pedialyte, also real good. Liquid IV and a nap. He's looking for anytime touchdown score bets. Oh, off the top of my head, Breece Hall is a friggin' layup. Isaiah Pacheco is a layup.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jamar Chase is a layup. Cooper Kupp feels like a layup.
Mm-hmm. Jalen Hurts.
Oh, yeah, anytime they get down to the 1 yard line. Let's just go let's go tush push. By the way, why have people started calling that the push tush?
I don't know.
That fucking annoys me.
The
Kirk
push
Herbstreit
tush?
did that like 7 times the other night.
Yeah,
Like,
it's backwards.
Hey, how about you say that right?
Call it the brotherly shove and let's get it over with.
Call it illegal and let's get it over with.
Just
I'm
ban
tired of this shit.
it. Just ban it.
I'm your huckleberry.
Those are the first-time touchdown bets that I would be going with.
Mm-hmm.
Gage Camplin asked Etienne or Kamara. Yes.
Kamara.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, I'm going Kamara, but the answer is as many of those as you can do.
I'm your huckleberry.
And Gage Camplin, welcome back to the House of Reprehensibles.
What, did he dump us?
He updated his card. I can sympathize.
Gotcha.
I have too many credit cards, and
Yeah.
some of them work, some of them don't.
Gage also wants to know Prescott a play. Are we
I
playing
think you can
Dak
do
Prescott?
better. I think you can do better today, but
I'm assuming he's talking in DFS
I
because
am
we've
too.
got Gage fully hooked. Prescott's price sucks for what you're getting.
no doubt.
He is 6,100.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Stroud is 63. Joe Burrow's 6, which feels criminal, but here we are. I know San Francisco's defense is good, but it feels criminal. I mean, I wouldn't go any lower than Joey B.
I would.
But I don't know if you. Yeah, you would.
Oh,
who you
100%
would?
would.
You going Derek Carr,
Um,
Tyrod, Gardner?
I mean, if I'm going that low, I'm just going to go Will Levis and have all the things I want.
Ugh.
Fact or fiction, there is a chance Will Levis runs for 2 touchdowns in this game.
Yeah, there's a chance.
Sure, yeah, I guess.
There's a chance for anything.
No.
I mean, there's a chance I could be a wizard, but
Yeah.
There's no chance Mac Jones runs for a touchdown.
there's a limited chance that Mac Jones runs for a touchdown.
There's always a chance.
No,
There's a
there's
chance.
not. Playing the odds. I mean, I don't hate Levis. He's just so friggin' cheap. He's 4,400.
Mm-hmm.
4,400. I'm looking at it right now, thinking, what do I want to
Put one together.
A Will Levis line?
Put together a Will
Yeah,
Levis
let's do
lineup.
I can totally do that.
Do that. You're gonna pair him with Chig Okonkwo. And
Oh, no, I'm going to pair him with DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, okay.
Because they're not trading DeAndre or Derrick Henry, so.
Do you know why they're not trading DeAndre? Because everybody courted DeAndre Hopkins, and he said, I'm going to go to Tennessee, and now look at him.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your
Why?
DeAndre Hopkins impersonation?
That's my I want to get all the money, and I think that I know better, but you made a horrible decision. No
You
one has ever.
chose. Holy.
Tell me the last wide receiver that went to Tennessee that succeeded as a free agent.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait, go ahead. Go ahead, keep
Oh,
looking.
God. I was trying to think of some. Kevin Dyson. They drafted him. So.
Yeah, they drafted him.
Derek
They're
Mason.
just not good. They're just not good. Wide receivers
He
in
was
Tennessee.
drafted there, too, and then left. To
Oh,
play
went to
for-
Baltimore.
And,
I was thinking
the
it was-
Jets.
I was thinking it was the other way around.
He played for the Jets for about 15 minutes, and I'm pretty sure by the time we either traded him or cut him, I do not remember how that ended. In a foot
The answer
race,
is
he would have
the
lost
answer
a
is
knee.
no one.
No one.
By the way, it's no one.
Oh, you
where
just play him
receivers
nudie
go,
patootie?
No, you pair him with Hopkins. Pair Levis with Hopkins. Go Breece Hall, Alvin Kamara. Let's pay up for the Jets defense. Let's go Demario Douglas because he is
So
stupidly
cheap.
cheap. Let's go Dallas Goedert at tight end. I mean, we can get really squirrely if you want here and go Jamar Chase.
I hate squirrels, but I do enjoy getting squirrely.
And then we can pretty much do whatever we want. We have $6,800, $6,900 left. So we could go Metcalf, Smith, Thielen, Pittman, Olave, Andrews, Wilson, Swift, Pacheco 61. Toss Pacheco in there. Okay. All right, there we
Is
go.
that it?
I'm your Huckleberry.
All right.
Gage says Brees, ETN, Kamara, Pacheco need to bench one. Shit.
Bench
ETN?
Pacheco. No, bench Pacheco.
Even in this game?
Travis Etienne is playing with a quarterback who is hobbled, correct?
Yeah, but they're playing against the Steelers.
Yeah. Swing pass, get away from TJ Watt.
No, you're right. He does score 2 touchdowns every single week, too.
True. Olave or Addison from Alex?
Olave. It's going to snow in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
And you know how I feel about Kirk Cousins outside, especially when it's chewy.
Right. Bijan, Swift, or Pierce? Bijan.
Yeah, it's Bijan, but damn, it's close to Swift.
Mm-hmm. Laporta or Schultz from Scott Gunther?
You just do that to piss me the fuck off, don't you?
I do.
It works.
Sure does.
It works. And right now, in the words of the late, great Colonel Sanders, I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
It's Laporta for me.
It's Laporta. Damn, it's close. I
It's
like
close.
everything Houston Texans this week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a loser in the bunch. You're probably going to – if one of them scores a touchdown, they'll beat the other. And if I had to bet on a touchdown, I would say it's Laporta. The Raiders
I'd
are
agree with that.
awful against tight ends.
John Curtis, full PPR flex, needs 2. Deontay Johnson, Tank Dell, Evan Ingram, Roshan Johnson, Romeo Dubs.
Tank Dell, Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram is becoming every week play.
I agree. Danny Finn's fan, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. He's got DK, Waddle, Mostert, and Cooper to choose from. So you got to bench one of those.
Don't bench Waddle.
Nope.
I'd bench Mostert.
I'd bench Darrell Henderson.
He wasn't one of the options.
Oh, sorry.
Waddle, Mostert, and Cooper.
Where's
and
this?
DK.
Where's this question?
Oh,
It's
and
right
DK,
above
yeah.
the one you were looking at.
Oh, okay.
Danny Finn's fan.
Oh, I would bench Amari Cooper and wouldn't think a second thing about it.
Wait for the.
You're
inactives to
catching
come
Reek
out on
Woolen.
Mostert, but
You're catching Reek Woolen and being thrown to by P.J. Walker.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
Makes all the sense to me. Tammy Buchanan, Mostert, Jacobs, Henderson, pick 2 in a full PPR. You're going
Not Darrell Henderson.
Yeah.
Sorry, I answered your question before we asked it.
Yep. Will Atlanta actually use Bijan Robinson? Is that changing? I mean, I know he was sick last week, but the usage hasn't really been there anyway. So is that going to change? You think it will this week?
I think it will. I think the outcry was pretty ridiculous for. I mean, they basically were like, "Oh, he had a headache. We didn't use him."
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's
And that
my
was-
projection, is that it's going to get better.
Yeah.
Do I know it's going to get better? No. Because Arthur Smith could continue to be a fucking moron.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I want to say he's not a moron, but then I look at his mustache and go, holy shit, that's who I'm counting on? Okay.
Matthew Hoffman wants to know about the Texans' defense today. You playing them against the Carolina Panthers?
I am not. I believe in Carolina lightly today.
Lightly.
I picked them.
Yeah, you are predicting that they will get their first win of the season today.
Correct.
Um,
Sorry, people are asking me for the player list in the eliminator. So
Bradley,
talk amongst yourselves.
Bradley Presley, Superflex League question. You got to pick 2 out of Stafford, Purdy, Cousins. Who are the 2 quarterbacks you're playing there? Stafford and Cousins?
I would go Stafford and Purdy.
Stafford and Purdy, okay.
Kirk Cousins outside.
Oh, yeah.
In the snow.
Yeah, I forgot.
I'm gonna pass on that one.
All right, so Stafford and Purdy.
Yes.
Kevin the PRF needs 1 running back, 1 flex. Damian Pierce, Miles Sanders, Brian Robinson Jr. are the running backs. Pierce. I want to play Miles Sanders, but I can't. I don't know that there's part of me that feels like, okay, Thomas Brown's taken over the play calling, right? He's running back, so he's going to have a way to get the most out of Miles Sanders. But that's one of those I got to see it first kind of things. Armchair, what do you think?
I hope Pierce has a great game because I have him in Dynasty. So I'm definitely biased on this. I'm afraid of Miles Sanders. I don't think he ever gets the tote he needs. I might put a flyer on Brian Robinson Jr., but it's probably Pierce as my start here.
I am not going to play any running back that's not a no-doubt star against the Philadelphia Eagles. So I'd have to go Pierce on that one. And then the flex include Jamison Williams and Jahan Dotson in that mix. Jamison?
God, I don't like either one of those.
I don't really either, but I don't really like either of the running backs. Because you're on.
I'm going Pierce, Brian Robinson Jr., and not just because he follows me on Instagram. We're friends on Facebook.
All right, so Pierce and Robinson.
There's no player in the NFL that I'm more connected to than Brian Robinson Jr.
Do you second that, Armchair?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I just put the player list in the Discord. So if you're curious who you can play in the Eliminator, I just put it in the Discord.
Jacobs or Bijan? I'd go Bijan on that one. I think the only path to success for the Raiders is going to be passing the ball. Because I don't think they're going to be able to run against the Lions. So I'd have to go Bijan there. Hearing no objections, let's go Matthew Hoffman.
Sorry, I've literally had 14 people ask me, hey, can I have the list? I put it back in the Discord, and now I'm going to send the Discord to you again. Short of this, I can't do anything more.
Let's see. Hoffman's thrown out Stafford, Hall, Kamara, Kupp, Collins, DeMario Douglas, Goddard, Kyle Pitts, and the Jets' defense.
Don't see anything wrong with that.
No. Got to make a survivor pick. Divine Comedy wants to know Lions, Chargers, or Texans. I'd go Lions.
Texans.
Jeremy, you on the Chargers or the Lions as a survivor pick today, since you've already picked Carolina to win?
Lions.
Okay.
I hate to use them this early, but.
Yep.
By the way, in survivor pools, yes, there is a merit to holding on to teams. There's also a merit to just continuing to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see a snowball's chance in hell the Raiders beat the Lions.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Screen jumped on me here. Where's the next one? Hunt or Ford?
Neither.
Let's do either, neither, both.
Neither.
Not against the Seahawks. Hunt or Foreman? Foreman, but I don't feel good about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because Roschon's back.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Haynes says he's a fade the public type guy, but in the first 4 weeks, the favorites won with the public winning over Vegas. In the last few weeks, Vegas has gotten their money back.
Mm-hmm.
With weather being a significant factor this week, still fade the public? Question mark.
Depends on the game. Let me pull up my sheet here and see if. Oh.
The yikes.
Whoa.
You should put those back on.
You should shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying, good Lord, it looks like you got pink eye from a hooker. Put that away.
There's a reason I tell the jokes on the show.
Jesus.
Oh.
As he sits there and cannot see through his pink eyes.
Oh. They're not pink, dick. They're just a little sore because they weren't closed for nearly long enough. Let's see. Games that I'm fading the public on. The public is heavily on the Dallas Cowboys. I am not. The public is for some reason on Tennessee, and I cannot figure out why. Oh, it's in Tennessee. I don't care if they play this game on the moon. So I'm on Atlanta. The public's on New England. I am not. That one's pretty close. I agree with that one. I will fade the public on the Washington Commanders. Well, they've played close. Yes, I understand that. But one of these teams is significantly better and is probably really tired of hearing about that.
Right. But, I mean, sometimes you can't help yourself. Some teams just can't get over that, right? North Carolina Tar Heels?
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
The public is also really on Green Bay. Like 90% of the money's on Green Bay.
That sounds like a layup.
Snow game at Lambeau, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the narrative.
Under.
It's a stupid narrative.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm going to put these back on.
People can't get away from it.
I'm going to put these back on. Not because you told me to, Kirby, but because that light is really hurting my eyes.
I mean, when they popped out of your head on the first one, you should have went, yep, nope, that's good. We'll just put those right back on in the face. Devontae Smith or Terry McLaurin?
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith.
It's Devontae. It's close, though.
Soaring Eagle going linebacker 4 question here. Robert Spillane or Alex Anzalone? Let's go IDP leagues.
That's the deepest question anybody has ever asked us.
Spillane.
I'll go Alex Anzalone.
I'm leaning Anzalone as well, which I love. I love that this is a question we get asked.
I love that somebody asked a linebacker 4 question.
Yeah.
Smokey the Cat, tight end stream. Taysom Hill. Yep.
100%.
That's the one.
End of message.
Stop.
Repeat the line.
Don't need the Gerald Everett or Michael John Mayer.
Michael John Mayer.
Yeah.
Good
Fantastic.
And now that he said that, both of those two are going to score touchdowns. So do with that information what you will.
Yeah. He says drop one, Roschon or Everett. Everett.
Super touchdown dependent, just like many other tight ends in this league.
Let's see. Doesn't matter who I play this year. I've been wrong every time. He had the first pick, lost Jefferson, downhill ever since. Sorry, Steven. That sucks.
We all have years like that, brother.
That really
We do this
sucks.
for a living, and I've had years like that.
I constantly have years like that. I'm just around to get him to the point.
It's always important when you know your role.
Hey, I say all the time, don't listen to me, because I'm going to tell you to go one way, and they are here to keep you on the right path.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Indeed. Any notable inactives?
Inactives aren't out yet.
Aren't out
got
yet?
13 minutes left.
Okay.
Yeah, we got time to kill before then.
Does that mean I can hit my new button?
Oh, you got a new button?
I have a new button.
I don't know that I'm aware of what button this is.
You 100% are, but you've obviously forgotten. I gotta find it.
I was going to say, are you looking for it now? Or
it's here somewhere. Oh, there it is.
The suspense is killing me.
There it is.
Some jokester took a poop in it. Okay.
I will be using that at least twice tomorrow.
This is definitely a segment. Who is going to leave the grumper on your DFS lineup today?
Oh, you want to pick the? All right, let me get to the list of ownership.
Who's the grumper of the week?
Oh, Jordan Addison. He's, according to PFF, he's going to be in 250,000 millionaire lineups, and that is stupid. I'll be right back. Who would be yours, Armchair?
Might be George Pickens.
That was the other one I considered saying.
I don't. So Pittsburgh had a good game. Good, not great. Good. Kenny Pickett was okay, and I think everybody's going to go, well, it's time to jump on the bandwagon. It's time to get some wins, and I don't think it's going to go very well. I could be wrong. Probably not.
Is Tyson Campbell back this week? Is he ever coming back? I feel like he's been out forever. He's questionable, so he will be one to watch. If Tyson Campbell's up, I am Seacrest out on George Pickens.
Yeah.
Because he is really good at the footballs.
I agree. Where are you on Tyreek Hill if he plays?
Depends on what you're asking
for
me.
DFS.
I'm out.
We won't go season long because I know you play your studs.
Yeah, I'm out. I don't want to. I don't want to pay up for him in a game that I don't think you're going to get I don't think he's 100% for one. I don't love this matchup.
You know how many yards he's ever gotten against the Patriots?
Most.
No. It's
total.
It's awful. No, his total, like his most yards per game, I think is like 50 or 60. It's not he doesn't burn.
They're
them.
the only team that slowed him down this year.
Yes. Because Bill does that. That's the only thing he does.
Pitwinkle asked, London, Rice, or Sanders?
Drake London.
I agree. I want to say Rashee Rice because he's got the best matchup, but he's also playing in a blizzard. And I don't mean
sure
the lovely.
There? I'm worried about that game.
What are you worried about?
Freezing cold game played in temps with wind in the 20s, so it's fairly light.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you were worried it was not going to snow. It is 100% going to snow.
No.
I think it's already snowing, if I'm not mistaken.
It snowed overnight. This is the Roto Grinders weather, according to them. Snow.
Great website. They used to employ me.
Snow for a lot of it. The wind is pretty low, which is the thing. I'm trying not to second guess myself from being out of it. It clears around 5 o'clock. So.
I mean, it's a 4:25 game. So.
I know. It's it'll be interesting to watch. I think that this is the week to avoid it. Just altogether. Just doesn't make sense to play it. Keep your Pacheco. You can be contrarian and go that way, though. Because it could, like Jeremy said at the beginning of the show, could bite you in the ass.
There's already more than 6 inches of snow in Denver.
Yikes.
Eep.
I might do one anyway. Play some Kansas City Chiefs.
Some shifts. This is 1 week where I'm just not going to tinker.
Oh, I'm not tinkering. I'm just adding. I'll just spend more money instead of tinkering.
I'm just throwing more lineups.
Yeah, I don't like tinkering. Tinkering is the bad way to do it. You just enter more.
Who Dat Dude and me, Addison or Garrett Wilson, PPR?
Oh, Garrett Wilson. I don't love either one today. One's dealing with snow, one's dealing with rain.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to play one, it's Garrett Wilson.
I like Garrett Wilson today.
Smokey the Cat. Did we answer that question?
Which one? The
He meant drop Roshan or
Charbonnet.
Charbonnet.
Neither.
I don't want to drop either one.
I wouldn't. If you've got another option, and this is going back to the Taysom Hill thing. So you need to pick up Taysom Hill, Gerald Everett, or Mayer. We already decided it should be Taysom, but your drop option is Roshan or Charbonnet. Are you sure? Are you sure there's not another option on that roster?
Feels like
Do you have a backup kicker?
Do you have a kicker?
Do you have a backup defense?
Do you have
don't play a kicker?
A kicker? Because if you have a kicker, cut the kicker. Kick the kicker.
Kick the kicker.
Eric Miller wants to know, Jeremy, what were the costumes this year for you and the lovely?
She was Catwoman, and I was the Fat Man.
Where are the pictures? I haven't seen pictures.
I don't know that we took a picture. I know I didn't.
I know she did. She did not get dressed up. She gets dressed up for Tuesday and takes pictures. So that's why I'm a little shocked I haven't seen one yet.
Costume was hot.
I mean, if I looked like her, I would take pictures every Tuesday, too.
If I looked like her, I'd take pictures and sell them for the low, low price of a shitload of money. I'd be selling feet pictures if I looked like her.
Oh.
Frankly.
I love it when we're off the rails, guys.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a good day.
We live off the rail.
Never
Some jokester took a poop in it. Okay.
Oh.
It's a great episode, by the way.
Oh, 100% it is. Who took a deuce in the urinal?
Who took a deuce in the urinal?
It's a great episode of the show. But yeah, Eric Miller, I was Batman. She was Catwoman. She was hot. I was not.
Maybe that's why we haven't seen pictures of it.
What?
She hasn't cropped you out yet.
Oh yeah, we were at the social, so you know that diamond plate's going to show up at some point.
Right. We're getting the infamous bathroom selfie.
Oh yeah. No bar in the history of time gets more shitter selfies than the social with that diamond plate.
Absolutely.
You're not taking a bathroom selfie. Did you even go to the bar?
I mean, I have never taken a bathroom selfie. That's just not something dudes do.
Mm-mm.
It's not. We don't do it.
Because horrific things happen in that room.
Yeah.
And, frankly, you don't want to be in there any longer than you have to.
Nope.
Rams over Dallas in the money line?
I'm not going to tell you no. I'm not going to tell you no.
It's definitely a losable game for them.
No doubt.
So I don't hate it. Mahomes or Stafford?
Stafford.
With the snowy weather.
Although, the fact that that's going to clear about 5 o'clock kind of makes me think, oh.
Why do you think I tinkered? I added a new one.
Okay, maybe.
Second half could be fun.
It's not even that. I mean, this is a 4:25 kick. It's going to clear at 5.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're counting on a meteorologist here to have the time right. What if it clears at 4?
Right.
And then it doesn't snow a drop, and you've got or at least any more.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a wet ball with Pat Mahomes. Yep, that's fine. I changed my mind. Pat Mahomes.
Judy or Chuba Hubbard in the flex from Timothy O'Toole.
Gross.
Chuba?
Chuba? Maybe Judy.
Miles Sanders is back.
Yeah.
I don't like Chuba Hubbard when Miles Sanders is legally dead. I sure as hell don't like him as the 2.
Will you take Judy in the snow?
I don't know that there's a player that you could ask me that I would take Chuba Hubbard over.
Okay. Appreciate you clearing that up.
Chuba Hubbard or Presley Harvin III.
Mm-hmm.
Harvin. He's a punter for the Steelers.
Deontay Johnson, excuse me. Deontay Johnson, Michael Thomas, Rashee Rice.
Deontay Johnson. I want it to be Rashee Rice, but it's not.
Tank Dell or Mostert in the flex?
Mostert. He ran all over New England the first time.
Mm-hmm.
New England at this point can stop one thing you really want to do. They're not good enough to stop it all.
Yep.
Just one.
And they're going to fixate on Tyreek Hill like they did the first time.
We need an active, so.
Yeah, I was just looking. I was trying to update the list
They're
here.
not out yet. They're not there yet.
They'll be out in a couple minutes.
You're 2 minutes too early before the first ones drop, and then everybody waits.
Oh, that's right. I'm looking. Well, here's the thing: the shitty computer that I still have hooked up in here, because for some reason they just can't figure out how to hook up a new computer. It runs 5 minutes ahead of time, so I look down and it says 11:33, and I was like, oh, it's time. No, it's not. No, it's not. Forgot. This computer sucks so much it can't tell time.
Yeah, snow is expected to stop like pretty soon in that Chiefs. I just saw Ari Myrov, who I don't know if that's a real person or not, but on Twitter or X, if you want to call it that, which I don't, shared like a video of the stadium, and it's snowy, and there's a machine getting ready to clear it, but there's not a lot of snow down, and it kind of looks like they had the tarp over the grass anyway. And if it's going to stop, I would say that I think if it was going to snow all game long, it's only Pacheco. But I'm thinking you can probably hammer your Rashee Rice. You can probably play your Mahomes, and you're probably going to be fine.
All right, here's an update from Smokey the Cat. Options to drop: Chris Godwin, Jackson Smith, and Jigba, Jahmyr Gibbs, Roshan Johnson, Charbonnet, and Najee Harris. Okay.
I'd almost cut Najee Harris.
I was going to say it's Najee Harris, isn't it?
I'd almost cut Najee Harris. It's not like you're going to play him with any level of gusto.
Mm-hmm.
He's already got the job and sucks.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. And then Eric Bradley just has Miles Sanders, question mark. I mean, he's back for the Panthers, but again, I don't know that that's going to make that much of a difference.
I don't like him very much.
I can't trust anything with the Panthers.
There's something about your face. It's just so punchable.
Me or the Panthers?
Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders.
I don't like him very much. As Jeremy said.
Okay.
And do something about his face.
Right.
It's just a punchable face.
Just a punchable face.
You can't help it. It's not your fault. You didn't watch Step Brothers?
100%.
Yes, absolutely.
Great movie.
It is a great movie. All right, fire out your fantasy questions. We'll get to those here as inactives get ready to come out.
They should be dropping any minute now.
T. Higgins. I ain't talked about T. Higgins. What the hell is going on with T. Higgins? And how are they going to fix it?
Well, he is a pass catcher, so he needs to catch passes. That's how you fix it. That's
Brilliant.
Analysis.
Brilliant.
Here's the hot take. T. Higgins is not the problem. The offense of the Bengals is the problem. And until Joey B is throwing the ball properly.
Sorry, the DraftKings just put out a video of Aaron Rodgers taking full dropbacks on the turf at MetLife.
No.
And
He needs a moment.
Over the pants handies were on the table.
I was gonna say he's over there pleasuring himself.
Don't do that on the table.
He does. I'm not gonna lie, boys and girls. He looks quite mobile and got a lot of gusto on that fastball.
Just watch where you're aiming that thing. There's expensive equipment over there. Please.
Right.
I bought it. If I want to get jisms on it, then I will.
That's a phrase I didn't think I'd hear this morning.
Yep.
He
went there.
The Halloween party we went to last night, somebody came as Come On Eileen. Hilarious.
That's great.
There were a little hot glue drippings all over her shirt, and I laughed a lot.
Did they win anything for creativity on that one?
They voted on who won contest wise, but it was a split, and I can't remember with who. One guy came as a pirate, and his girlfriend was the ship, and all I could think all night long was, you kind of got fucked in this whole we're dressing up for Halloween thing, because you're a boat.
You're a boat.
Was she a big damn boat?
No.
No. Was she a sexy boat? I mean, how do you do a boat costume and make that look good?
If eating crackers was on the table, she would not have survived it. Wouldn't kick the Brian Haynes line, wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers.
Oh yeah,
that's one that eating crackers is gonna piss me off.
Okay, I got you.
There we go.
I got you.
Hill is in for Miami. And so
Armchair is the only thing keeping this from going completely
I'm
off.
trying.
Oh, no doubt.
I am trying.
Tyson Campbell's officially out. Javon Holland and Xavier Howard both officially out.
Yeah.
Play DeMario Douglas.
I'm playing.
Just
anyway.
do it. You'll thank me later.
Jesus. No Deuce Vaughn. No Tyron Smith. No Eric Scott. Trey Lance. Whatever.
Trey Lance. No.
Oh, no. What are we ever going to do?
Kyer Elam, a healthy. Oh, wait, that was on Thursday. Never mind. Sorry. Why do we have the Thursday inactives up on?
I don't know.
Can we get rid of that?
I don't know.
Can we section those off?
Hit your button there for Ronnie.
I'm your huckleberry.
Sam Howell against Philadelphia or Will Levis against Atlanta?
Will Levis, hammer it.
I agree. He made a hell of a trade this week. He sent it to me earlier in the week.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's asking the quarterback question.
Okay.
He traded Josh Allen for a whole mess of shit. That's in a dynasty league, if I remember correctly.
Good for you, Ronnie.
Let me ask you something about vetoes while we're waiting for all of this to load up here. So I'm the commissioner of the old Armchair Dynasty League, and I don't veto shit because if you want to, as long as you're paying your dues and you're setting your lineup, if you're willing to give away something stupid for something else stupid, I don't veto it. And people get big mad when they don't think to do the trade. And someone made like a stupid trade. It was like Josh Allen and Tyreek Hill for Kirk Cousins and someone else. And it was stupid. And I just want to know your opinions on vetoes. I always feel that vetoes exist so that people that want to whine about a trade can say they don't like the trade because they didn't get the good players.
No league does vetoes correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You either do them way too often or not enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
It all comes down to one word. Is it shenanigans? Shenanigans are vetoable.
Mm-hmm.
Tank once in a dynasty league with me traded Christian McCaffrey for A.J. Greene. Yes, it was as stupid at the time as when I just said it. However, Christian McCaffrey wasn't Christian McCaffrey yet, he basically became. I think Christian McCaffrey owes you some doubloons because he became the player he is as soon as you made that deal.
Yes, it did.
But it wasn't shenanigans.
Mm-mm.
It was a bad trade.
It was absolutely a bad trade.
But it wasn't shenanigans. Now, there are more shenanigans than people ever want to let it, because for some reason people treat $100 like it's because they're Tank. I'm going to choose Tank would never do this because he's a good man. He's also a cheap man.
Oh, yes.
And people treat that $100 that they put in the league like, oh, I got to get that back somehow. So they split. They start conspiring to split and all this other bullshit of, oh, I'll give you my best player for some bag of wieners. Yeah, you exile forever.
Frankly, I'm not the commissioner to babysit children's trades. And I said as much. And if you want to sacrifice your future dynasty team so that your buddy can make a push and win and maybe give you a couple of bucks back. And I need to be clear, this is a $20 league. It's not a super expensive league. So I'm not vetoing shit. If you put forward a trade and you want to do it, go for it. Go for it. I do not care. It's also a short bench league. It's also a league where people have to drop things. It's only a 10-man league. And honestly, as long as people pay their dues, as long as people don't give me shit, I am not vetoing anything. You want to trade all your first round picks, you're going to pay me for next year, though. You want to trade your picks, you pay them for next year.
That was always our rule. You trade your first round pick, it comes with immediate payment of the following 2 years.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. You want to give it up, go for it.
I also had people pay a year in advance anyway. So
yes,
if you're going to do this year over year, then you pay at the beginning, you pay at the end of that season or the beginning of the next season, whichever the case may be, and you just double up the payment.
Yeah.
And guess what? Nobody ever left.
Yep.
Nobody ever left.
No. Lots of inactives. If you want to get to some, I don't know if there's anything.
I don't see anything that really. I mean, Randall Cobb is out for the New York Jets. Thank you, Jesus. Thank God I don't have to watch that bum ass play football this week. Thank you, Jesus. Sorry. Oh, would you like to hear the list of receivers that have been worse in the NFL that have played a qualifying number of snaps than Randall Cobb?
Yes.
Would you like to hear it again?
That's it.
That's it. End of message. Repeat the line.
Damn, that's rough.
It is.
He sucks in a way that I almost feel like he's doing it on purpose.
That's impressive because there have been Patriot wide receivers who have played enough snaps that should be on that list. They're just slightly ahead of them.
Oh, by the way, Armchair, I do have to touch on this because you're a Patriots fan. Josh Uche, a healthy scratch, and I'm sure you know why.
He gone.
What happened?
He's getting traded.
Oh,
He'll get traded, man.
We don't know to who, but from I woke up to a message this morning that said the deal's done. He won't play today.
It's too bad.
I do not know who it's
because I like him.
You should.
I like him.
You should like him. I don't understand why that's the one they're trading. I mean, he's on the last year of a deal, but
well, that's why. Because Bill is notorious for he'll get some. This is what you got to remember. He will, if he's making a deal, he's going to get some perceived value. And since he is judge, jury, and executioner for the foreseeable future, you just got to roll with it. Let's see.
There is.
Can't wait.
There is nothing in the inactives that are really. I mean, no Xavier Howard. No Xavier Howard, which really puts me on Demario Douglas even more.
I love that. He's fast, and he doesn't like to get hit, so he'll run out of bounds and avoid guys. He's quick, though. He's a quick little one.
All right. Oh, sorry. I got to turn my mic on. Bobby Barnett. Do I start Goff or Burrow?
I'd go Goff.
You're going to tell me I'm crazy, but I'm liking Joe Burrow today.
I guess that's San Francisco secondary.
I got a lot of San Francisco fans that were like, you're stupid. You said Sam Darnold was going to start. Yeah, see, you didn't listen to the end of that because the end of that was get San Francisco minus the 3, which I don't give a fuck who's playing quarterback. That was still sound advice.
Yeah.
Sarcasm. It's really lost on the interwebs.
Yes. They don't listen to more than the first 3 seconds, which is excellent.
Then
I don't know.
then
I
they
think the
comment
Burrow
to tell
plays
you. Then they comment to tell you how stupid you are, and you're like, yeah, keep doing that.
What are you supposed to do? I like Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is starting to figure it out a little bit. He's getting a little bit healthier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying they're going to win the game. I like what he's got. I think it's going to be a higher scoring game than we think too.
All right, and then Darragh, is that how you say that? Darragh. Darragh Fenton wants to know Joe Burrow or C.J. Stroud.
I would go C.J. Stroud.
Question. If this is a DFS question, I go C.J.
I'd go C.J.
If you want to go, if you want to go contrarian, you go Joey B.
Eric Miller asked me who I picked up in the Vampire League this week. Nobody, because I didn't want to give up any of my players. Because my team is where it needs to be. Ba-doop-boop, ba-doop-doop. And I knew if I took Puka Nacua, I was going to have to give up Josh Downs. And I didn't want to do that.
Speaking of Puka Nacua, Big Birds needs...
That was what reminded me of the question.
Big Birds needs to bench somebody out of this group. It's a pick 4 question and a half a PPR. T. Higgins, Puka Nacua, Drake London.
Bijan Dell Swift Puka.
Is that Christian Watson, I guess?
Mm-hmm. Bijan Dell Swift Puka.
Okay. There you go.
Until T. Higgins shows that he deserves to be in a lineup, I'm not. Not when I have options like that.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to bench him for Braxton Berrios, but when you got that, yeah, that's fine. And I'll be honest with you, Drake London would have been my 5.
The champ, Mike Meadows, he wants to know Michael Thomas or Cortland Sutton.
No.
Don't do
if
that.
You have to.
Just drop one of them.
If you have to, it's Michael Thomas. Because I would rather have Michael Thomas with the squirts than Cortland Sutton at full bore.
I think at that point Michael Thomas would be the one full bore, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you can tell me that Michael Thomas had the worst case of the truths that you've ever seen in your life. I'll still take him over Cortland Sutton, especially with it snowing.
Mm-hmm. Jacksonville Jaguar wide receiver today. Is it Calvin Ridley? Is it Christian Kirk?
Yes.
Just to flip a coin?
I mean, I prefer Christian Kirk. But
okay.
I always prefer Christian Kirk. Mm-hmm. Because outside of the first week, that's been the right call almost every week.
Right.
Yep. I agree. I like Kirk a lot today.
Yep. I agree. Reason I asked the question, though, is because there seems to be a wave of hope.
Is it a second wave?
For Calvin Ridley. But I guess that's just trying to convince yourself, like T. Higgins owners are. Bobby Barnett, Hollywood Brown, or Josh Downs both look promising for his flex position.
Hollywood Brown revenge game or Josh Downs?
Downs.
I would go Downs.
I would go Downs.
It's got to be Downs.
Are you playing Kelsey today? Anywhere?
You got him in a league, and you have to.
No, I'm saying in DFS. Are you paying up for him anywhere today?
Nope.
Hell no. Not just
why?
No,
why would you?
Hell no.
Why would you?
Because he's Travis Kelsey, right? He's going to score all the points.
Nope. Taylor Swift not in attendance. He doesn't do well.
Yeah, and he's playing in a hurricane of snow.
Maybe.
It's
We've
too
already
expensive.
cast out on
there
that
are better.
once.
It's too expensive. There are better tight end or flex options,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd have to, if you're playing them naked, makes no damn sense. And so you're paying up for Mahomes as well, and then you're just cheaping out on all the other fun stuff that you could be doing. That means no Kamara. That means no. It means you're playing Demario Douglas, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You just lose out on too much.
Okay.
It's too expensive to play.
Our YouTube views for the day are boob.
Boob.
8,008.
Nice. Full PPR. Jekyll's got Zay Flowers, Adam Thielen, Josh Jacobs, Alvin Kamara, and Mostert in right now. Does he take Ridley off the bench for one of those?
No.
Nope.
Not even for Mostert?
No.
Okay.
Mostert's playing. He's a Patriot killer. They'll get rid of Don't play Tyreek. Play Mostert. Play.
God, I wish
Waddle.
he wasn't so expensive on DraftKings today.
Mostert?
Yeah.
Play your Jalen Waddles today.
He's so damn expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't get to it.
Danny says you have to play Ridley if you drafted him in season long, don't you? Is he one of those that you're tied to starting?
No, sure don't. Play the guy that's going to give you the most points, and it's not Calvin Ridley today.
Yeah. Besides Douglas, who's another dart throw that could have a day today? Matthew Hoffman wants to know, could it be Jaden Reed, OBJ, Alec Pierce maybe?
If I was going to play any of those, it would be... All right, so you're asking for a dart throw wide receiver in DFS?
Yeah, other than Demario Douglas.
Okay. God, I hate this tier today. If I was going to play one there, it'd be Tank Dell. That's in that price vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're going cheaper than that, you could do worse than Jonathan Mingo. I have a weird, and don't ask me why I feel this. I have a weird feeling that coming off the bye week, all that Adam Thielen love is going to regress a little bit, and they're going to stop dinking and dunking to the slot, and I could easily see Jonathan Mingo hitting one over the top today.
Okay.
That is a total gut call. I do not have any real reason for saying that.
Yeah.
Other than you invested in the guy. I saw him in camp with my own two eyes right in front of me, and he was the best player on the field.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, to me, you would think that new eyes coming in on this over Frank Reich. The one thing that Frank Reich has been criticized for is what?
Being a moron.
Well, I was going to say his conservative play calling, right? So you would think that this move would be Thomas Brown wants to, I don't know, shake things up and start taking some shots. Start letting Bryce be a little bit more aggressive, I guess. Because they haven't done that. I don't feel like they've ever taken the handcuffs off. And I think maybe they'll try that today. Eric Bradley says he's super disappointed that Darnold is not starting today.
As am I.
Latest weather in Pittsburgh. What's that looking like? Still rain?
Yeah. Yeah, it's by 2 o'clock it should be clear.
Yep.
It clears up. It's starting like 11, 12, 1 o'clock. It's all crummy, and then
field's going to be wet, but the game should be reasonably dry.
Yep. Jaden Foote needs to start 3 of these. So sit 1 of CMC, ETN, Jonathan Taylor, Isaiah Pacheco.
Jonathan Taylor.
That's a new name. Jaden, we're like an AA meeting for sports.
Michael Meadows.
Feel free to comment your drug of choice. Tanks is Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Yes.
Mine is probably Josh Palmer. Was Devontae Parker. I mainlined Devontae Parker for years.
Mm-hmm. Michael Meadows, any news about Josh Palmer Monday night?
Dog. Oh, that seems to be news to a lot of people.
Yep.
Surprise, he's a dog.
I've heard nothing to suggest he's not going to play.
Mm-hmm. And you love the matchup.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's tonight.
Oh, that is tonight. Yeah,
tomorrow
right,
night.
Tomorrow is
we get the Lions and the Raiders. Hey, NFL, maybe don't schedule 3 interconference games for your primetime games, especially when one of those teams in all 3 of these games has blown dead Bears.
All right. Does Roschon Johnson become RB1?
Eventually,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's this week. Deontay Foreman has earned a role, and he will continue to have a role.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But I think Roschon is eventually the RB1 there.
Stephen Tao said his drug of choice is Nico Collins. It used to be Joe Mixon. That's like saying you have a fucking sex addiction. Yours is not hurting anybody. All right? I hate to use the Bob Saget line, but he sucked dick for coke, okay? That's what that Devontae Parker is a drug. Good Nico Collins and Joe Mixon, that's like, I'm addicted to weed. So what, your blood pressure's high? Like, is that affecting anybody?
You like cookies?
We're out here
Right.
mainlining PCP, bro.
100%.
Let's go.
100%.
I love Stephen Tao so much.
I'm still fighting my Antonio Gibson withdrawals. Like,
somebody mentioned that he would be a good trade target for the Jets, and it took everything in my power to not fly to New Jersey and punch that person in the face. I got frequent flyer miles. I'm mobile, folks. I am mobile.
right.
2 things I am wealthy on: DraftKings crowns and frequent flyer miles.
I feel like this is a new name too. Ahmed Dakni. Hope I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not,
Please
correct
tell
me.
us in the YouTube comments if we butcher your name.
Yes. Christian Kirk or DJ Moore?
Yes, please. If I had to pick one, it would be Christian Kirk, solely because I don't know exactly what you're going to get out of Tyson Bagent.
Yep.
But DJ Moore easily could be the better of the 2.
Mm-hmm.
I love the matchup because he's going to get a lot of Asante Samuel, who he was a really good Florida State Seminole. Then he went to the NFL, and he sucks. Something awful.
Was that his coach's fault? More
Yes.
than his?
Oh, Brandon Staley's awful.
Mm-hmm.
Awful.
Did anyone see if Brian Burns is playing today?
He's not on the inactive report, too.
So there's your question. There's your answer, Jekyll. Is he hurt? I didn't even know.
Thought was that they'd be holding him out for trade.
Oh, I got you. Oh, that's right, because that is coming up Tuesday.
Yes, and it's going to be an active one because you're going to get a move on Josh Uche and you're going to get a move on one of the Washington edge rushers. I don't know which one. I've heard it's going to be Montez Sweat. Because that's the one they have a in-hand offer on.
Okay.
Which is crazy to me that nobody's made an offer on Chase Young as good as he has been.
Like they forgot he was good. He's good at football.
Well, a team would be worried about committing the draft capital and with the injury issues. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked somebody didn't go. His good's real good.
Just want to remind you, Cleveland gave Deshaun Watson a fully guaranteed contract. There are lots of dumb men in the NFL.
100%.
Scott Gunther, possibly smoking
Good
crimes
God,
here.
stop doing that.
But Chris Olave or Christian Kirk at the flex position?
Either. I like them both. I would prefer Olave.
I don't know why you would think that would be a possibly smoking crimes question.
Because usually either you pay down at tight end or you play a running back in the flex.
Okay.
But you can totally play either one of them. Hell, you play them both.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a merit to playing both of them.
Yeah.
Man said play both.
I am desperately trying to find a way to get Cooper Kupp into my main lineup, and I cannot do it.
There's just too many other things. You got to spend so much to get to him.
He's too damn expensive.
Right. 9,000 is crazy.
Is it, though?
I mean, what? But is he going to get you your whatever you're looking for, your 3X, your 4X, or whatever? Like
3X is 27. He had 30.5 against Arizona, and he has got a hammer matchup today.
Mm-hmm.
And Puka doesn't. They're going to throw,
yeah.
and they're going to throw a lot.
And so Gilmore's going to be on Puka?
Yes.
And then it's going to be Deron Bland?
Deron Bland plays
playing
on
out of the
outside.
slot? Oh, I thought he played in the slot.
Mm-mm.
Which one is it that plays in the slot?
Jordan. What's his last name?
I think that is his last name.
No, his first name's Jordan. Jordan something. Stand by. I can't. I'm so blanking on his last name.
I'm thinking Jordan Hare, and that ain't
Lewis.
it.
Jordan Lewis.
Jordan Lewis. There you go.
Yeah, and a secret time, he sucks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what he really sucks against? Shifty-ass little receivers.
Like Cooper Kupp.
Hey, you know what Cooper Kupp is? A shifty-ass little receiver.
You just really want to squeeze that in there somewhere.
I do. I just Ahmed said that you said his name perfectly.
Oh, awesome. Dockney. Excellent. I try my best.
You hang around long enough, he'll put a stupid-ass accent on your name like he does Scott Gunther. Oh, by the way, T's and P's, Matthew Perry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sad shit.
Miss Chenandler Bong will never be forgotten.
Absolutely hilarious, dude.
Yes. No doubt.
Had a lot of demons, but a lot of people that are that creative do.
Yep. That's very true.
Some people would say I am one of those.
Bobby Barnett, Addison or Metcalf?
Metcalf. I am not touching anything Minnesota today.
Mm-hmm.
Kirkland, Eleanor Cousins in the snow.
Well,
no, sir. No, sir.
No, I was going to also say, I mean, that means Jair Alexander's on Addison, right?
Probably.
Which I don't like that a lot.
He can run by Jair, but he'd have to get free release, and he loves the jam, especially on a little tiny-ass receiver like that.
Yep. He doesn't buy jam. He buys honey, and he kisses it on the lips.
Kiss it on the lips. Let's talk about buttered sausage. What's it doing? Get it out of my face. A lot of people commented on my Christopher Walken impersonation on our Instagram. Hey, the bots are here. Bots.
Hey, thanks, bot.
Hey.
You go fuck yourself.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
Matthew Hoffman wants to know what you think about this. Jeremy for his DFS lineup: Stroud, Pacheco, Breece Hall, Christian Kirk. Then you got Nico Collins, Demario Douglas, Dallas Goedert, Cooper Kupp, Seahawks defense.
I think this is the reason that I can't win the fucking millionaire, because I give hundreds of people a week everything I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
7 of those 9 are in my DraftKings, one of my DraftKings lineups.
Yep.
I have ownership of every single one of those in some combination or another.
Mm-hmm. Stephen Tao says Kirk T. Cousins has killed that primetime narrative too. So the outdoor thing, he could buck that trend as well.
Good.
I
got way too many other players I want to play today.
Yep.
So I don't have to hope he bucks that narrative.
Yep. Don C says, great stream, guys.
We appreciate you. Always nice to see. You know, the interwebs is not a place that many people say nice things.
Yeah. He says, does Goff have PTSD from that beatdown last week?
Quite possibly. But I also fully believe that he is going to beat the heber-jeebers out of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one thing Vegas can do is get to quarterbacks with Max Crosby, and Max Crosby gets Penei Sewell. I don't think that line is so damn good.
Mm-hmm.
And this has bounce back week written all over it.
All right, it's about that time. Final questions. Get them into the chat here. Boys, you got A final statement on the day? All right. Good job, guys.
I was waiting on him to.
Well, I think I've been quiet here while Jeremy is waxing poetic, and I appreciate all of that. I don't really have a sweeping declaration. I think we've kind of said to play Breece Hall. I have 100% exposure on Breece Hall. It's check the weather. Just check the weather.
Weather's important.
Don't get sucked into playing someone because of this looks good and that defense. Weather matters in football, and it'll change the game plan. And don't forget, they don't set those game plans day of. They're set in place Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So if things start changing, the game plan doesn't necessarily change. So that means if they set a run game plan because they thought it was going to be snowing, it's probably still going to be a running game plan.
Mm-hmm. With just a few tweaks here or there.
Yep. Yeah.
You asked final thought.
Yep.
Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no. That's a rough writer's roll. That's my final thought.
That was a weird way to end the day. Oh.
I'm a weird dude, and I'm still legally drunk.
You are a weird man. We're going to have to get him an Uber home.
Oh, no, my wife's coming to pick me up.
Oh, good.
We're going to a Thanksgiving thing, and it's in the other side of the world.
I
have to come to your side of the world. Speaking of which, is there any way you can pick me up for work tomorrow? I know this is a weird time.
Sure. I mean, I'll be glad to come by and scoop you up on my way in.
No. I meant after your first shift. Because my car will still be here.
Yeah, probably. We could probably make that work. Let's see. Joker with a question here. Full PPR. Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ridder, or Bryce Young? Kenny Ridder. I don't know. That's a tough situation.
You can call me crazy, but I'm going to go Bryce Young.
Oh. Going full first win narrative today.
Mm-hmm.
I was leaning that way too, but now that you said it, I feel like it's the right way. Bryce Young.
All right, Jawan Johnson. Anybody for Rich Vital? Good
Not
idea?
for me.
Good idea, bad idea?
I mean, the thing is that he always has a game or two, and this could easily be one of them.
Mm-hmm. All right. See, no more questions. No more final statements to be made. Lock them in.
You want your final statements to be made? The Capitals win today. I'll put some banger hockey DFS out.
AC throwing out some hockey bangers.
You know what? I said someone in Discord asked me to put a line out, and we crushed. So we have things. We're working on things. Jeremy and I are working on things.
100%.
Things are coming.
Something we hope we can announce this week.
Yeah.
There might be a new way to watch all the things.
Yep.
All right. We got to get a name for some of the shit.
Yes.
All right, it is the Sportsocracy. Obviously, we'll be back with you tomorrow to recap everything that happens today in the NFL. Best of luck with all your lineups, all your wagers. Try not to drink too much.
I will be drinking 0 boozes today.
Let's.
Now I am.
That's what a lie sounds like.
No, I will be consuming 0 boozes.
Really?
No. Right now, the thought of booze tastes like that time I almost died. So I'm good. Yeah, I'll pass. I am going to eat a copious amount of mashed potatoes, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, after your third helping of mashed potatoes, I'm pretty sure Mongo is going to show up with a shot, and you're not going to say no.
I will say my wife makes the best mashed potatoes you'll ever eat in your life. Ever.
Mm-hmm. All right, everybody take care. David Smith, Armchair Commentary, thanks once again for joining us. We will see all of y'all tomorrow at noon.